Matt, today we are going to talk about online reputation management for dentists. And we have found a doozy of a case here involving a dentist who apparently beat up somebody on a golf course using a golf club. This is a really super extreme case. I'm just going to go over and share my screen so that you guys can see it. And so here the dentist is, and once again, we've chosen him at random, not a client. This is really just to demonstrate, some of the sort of cases that we can help out with. So take it away.
All right, so the very first thing, let's focus on the top. Click on his name. Let's see if we have any auto suggests that are negative. So yes, this would be up Mike's alley. We would get rid of the negative auto suggest, mugshot, golf incident, golf video, arrest, golf. Reddit, if there's a Reddit situation, we got a guy who can remove Reddit. Side note. But yeah, first I would take care of the auto suggest, not to send people down the rabbit hole of the golf situation. Then
Yeah.
next up, my eye is drawn to that awful 1.7 star Google business rating. So there's two ways to handle Google business. You can pluck out complaints. The guy charges $950 per, but it's 100% success rate. It's incredible. If he had like a 4-star rating, I would say do that. But the second option, which makes more sense for Eddie, is to remove his whole Google business listing. It'd be cheaper in the end. So that's a few thousand, depends on number of reviews, but the whole Google business listing would just get wiped out. Now, if you fixed your business model and you think you are capable of better reviews, let's say you had a bad receptionist or a bad nurse, and that's why you had a lot of complaints and you got rid of them, then start a new Google business listing because you can get a lot of business through Google business. But if you're still doing shady practices and you haven't changed your business model, just stay off Google business forever.
Yeah. In this case, I looked at some of these reviews. A lot of them are, people making fun of the guy for the golf incident. So to your point, I mean, if he is able to sort of sort out his legal troubles and get back to practicing, he's a great candidate just to start over.
Yeah. Then let's hit the web results. A lot of news articles. So we have a guy who can remove news articles via a D index where it's guaranteed off Google, Yahoo, Bing. It's not deleted from the source, but same end result where it just won't show up. His success rate's usually about like 70%. So let's say this guy has 10 negative stories, which probably the least he does. He probably wouldn't be able to get all of them removed. So the way I see it, there's two options for Eddie. You do suppression, where you bury everything. And suppression doesn't matter if it's one negative link or 1,000 negative links, because the service is much more about creating and promoting positive content. So same overhead either way. Or you do a hybrid where you bury everything and then let's say something, an article from the New York Post stays a little stubborn, maybe bottom of page one, then you remove that via the D index. So you remove what's prominent and bury the rest.
So in this case, which is it's really extreme, I mean, there's so much bad press out there. If this guy contacted us, how would you advise him? Would you say, hey, look, let's start with suppression, or would you say, hey, let's start and see how many of these we can remove?
If you had a bigger budget, I would say let's remove what we can and bury the rest. If you had a limited budget, I would say just do suppression.
It's a good strategy. So should we scroll down a little bit here and see what else we
Yeah,
see?
let's check out his reviews. That's where most dentists have an issue. Most dentists didn't bludgeon other doctors. YouTube, definitely get that removed. Village News, probably get that removed. Fox News, since it's a bigger site, that might be a fail for the removal guy. Let's keep going down though.
Okay. Whoop.
Mugshots. If you get an article de-indexed, it pulls the mugshot down as a free byproduct.
So that's a nice 2 for 1.
Yeah.
And so we're kind of still in the top 10 here, I guess, and we're still seeing, this, what is this? Bicuspid.
Yeah. So typically if a dentist did something bad, they have one or two news stories. This story is so dramatic, so that's why there's so many articles about it. typically for most dentists at this point, you're going to start having a lot of review sites showing up, health grades, Yelp, Vitals, etc. So let's kind of cut to the chase and search the word Eddie Orbitig reviews. Let's start looking at his review sites.
Okay.
Okay, so health grades, that can be improved. Yelp, you can't pluck out reviews on Yelp, but I have a guy who can remove the whole Yelp listing. And then from there, you can either just stay off Yelp or get a new listing, fresh, new, clean slate. I love how his website, the third item, has the word reviews in there. It's a great way to showcase your pod reviews and take up some real estate space on this search result.
Yeah, that's a good strategy to use, to have a review page on your website.
Rate MDs can be improved, US News can be improved, Vitals can be improved. Yeah, share care pulls from health grades. So if you improve health grades and improve share care as a free byproduct. And then yeah, WebMD can be improved. So yeah, he's got a lot of low-hanging fruit where we can improve. And you know, if this guy didn't bludgeon someone to death or close to, and if he didn't have that awful Google business listing, he's got a pretty decent start, pretty average at least. And if I were him, I would do suppression on the negative stories and improve his reputation on these other review sites. Get rid of Yelp, get rid of Google Business, and yeah, he'd be good to go.
So from a strategic standpoint, would you utilize like the alter ego strategy on this, or would you just really try to build a lot of positive content for the dentist himself?
So alter ego strategy, to backtrack, is when you create stories, news articles, press releases, interviews about a fictional person who shares your name. I like that strategy if you're a stay-at-home mom, if you're a college kid, if you're an employee at a large corporation where it doesn't make sense to write about you. I like the real strategy when it's a business owner or a C-suite executive. Eddie is his own owner, own boss. It makes sense to write about him, I think. I would do real him in this situation.
Yeah.
But ultimately up to him. Some clients, they want a minimal online presence. They kind of want to blend in. So
Hmm.
it'd really just be up to him.
Right. So usually when we're talking about protecting someone's search results, we want people to focus on the top 20, but this one is so severe that we're not even going to go really past the top 10 or 12.
Yeah.
Um, but this can be resurrected, right? Like this could be fixed in time.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the biggest hurdle will be the auto suggest, you got your work cut out for you on that, but definitely can be improved. Most clients though don't have auto suggest that bad. So Mike's success rate is incredible, but this would probably be a harder situation. And for me, the suppression would be relatively difficult. We could definitely make things a lot lower. I don't think we would probably get pages 1 through 10 clear, but pages 1 and 2. But yeah, this is such an extreme example where there's so many negative stories.
Yeah. Well, if you're a dentist watching this video and hopefully your search results and your autocomplete and reviews are not this bad. Um, but this is what we do. We help people sort of get back on their feet, look great online. And what you'll find, I mean, I know you've heard some comments before from people that once you correct their online reputation, their new business goes up, their business improves, right?
Yeah, businesses double all the time you hear. Reviews are just so powerful nowadays.
Yeah, reviews are so powerful and Google's so powerful. I mean, a lot of these leads are inbound leads, people that are just looking for a dentist in their city. And they look at the ones with the highest reviews, the best online reputation, and they become a client for life in most cases.
Yeah, we could definitely help them. We could definitely help you. Just give us a call. We'll give you a free consultation. We'll kind of do what we did for Eddie, just walk through each step and where we can help and what we would do in your shoes.
Great. Well, thank you, Matt.
Thanks, Mike.